Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, my group will argue about disagree to study at the school during the pandemic. Our group is on the opposite team, i.e. the team agrees to study at the school if it has been vaccinated during the pandemic. Here we will express our opinion one by one. Okay, before we start, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Hidayah Anastasia from 12 Accounting in SMK Mutiara Bangsa 1, Tangerang.
Hello, my name is Belinda Janet. I'm grade 12 Accounting from SMK Mutiara Bangsa 1, Tangerang.
Hello guys, my name is Julius Anggada Salim. I'm from 12 Accounting in SMK Mutiara Bangsa 1, Tangerang.
My name is Prisma Fantonara. I'm from 12 Accounting in SMK Mutiara Bangsa 1, Tangerang.
There are pro and contra come to school during COVID-19 pandemic. If it has been vaccinated, we all know at this time our earth is being hit of very deadly coronavirus. As a result, many schools are closed and students have to do online learning from home. There are many impacts caused by learning from home, including decreased enthusiasm from learning, students' achievement decreases, loss of hope for dreams and ideals, and much more. Even though the government has required the vaccinated for students, there are many parents who are still worried about this coronavirus.
So, we agreed to study in school or offline learning during COVID-19 pandemic if has been vaccinated because 1. Loss of enthusiasm for learning. 2. Increasing number of early marriage. 3. Students will be lazy if they study from home. 4. Student achievement decrease. 5. Loss of hope for dreams and ideals. 6. Lack of socializing. 7. Teacher difficulties in teaching. 8. Students' health is getting worse, and also we can use the excuse of online school or studying at school for vaccines.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2, which was discovered in 2019. This virus causes a rapid increase in the death toll and forced to close schools and stop learning from home online. The impact that most often occurs due to online learning is a decrease in enthusiasm for learning. Why? Because learning better understands the material explained directly than learning from home. This causes students to be lazy to study and lose their enthusiasm for learning. Another impact that cannot be ignored is that many students are stressed and their mental health is not good. Why is that? That happens because some teachers give a lot of assignments and students cannot cultivate their own time. They will eventually experience mental fatigue or can become stressed. Since the COVID pandemic, underage marriage has also increased. This is due to a lack of education as well as supervision. Going to school if you have been vaccinated, it can also be an excuse for students who do not want to be vaccinated.
We agree to learning at school because we are students who feel the impact of this online school. We feel very tired and we have less time than usual. Our sleep time has become less. Since this pandemic, early marriage is increasing. This happens because of economic factors and lack of education. Most people think that education is not important anymore during this pandemic. So that's right, They should be still in school and chasing their dreams, but they are already married. Then, online school like now can also cause children to be less social. This happens because students have never met their classmates and will definitely feel very foreign. Worse, many students are stressed by online school learning to the point that they decide to drop out of school. This happens because there are still many teachers who continue to pursue the completion rest of the curriculum by giving assessment continuously to students. As a result, many students who are burdened with psychological pressure do not attend class and even drop out of school. For students, fatigue and experiencing pressure are also forms of violence. We know there are still many who don't agree with offline school learning. So, we are looking for some arguments of people who disagree with learning in school during this pandemic. And I will respond it. The first is from the Deputy Chairman of the MPR RI. She personally disagrees with the learning mechanism that requires students to meet face-to-face at school during the pandemic, with the reasons that all parties do not have the ability to consistently enforce discipline in carrying out health protocols. My response to this argument is some schools that have started to do offline learning should have some rules that must be followed, like following health protocols. All students and teachers must be vaccinated. And the last argument from epidemiolog Indonesia University, who don't agree with offline school. He disagrees with the school being open on the grounds that the policies had to be adapted to these conditions. My response is that's right. The policies must be adapted to current conditions. Therefore, I agree with offline learning school on the condition that teacher must be fully vaccinated and student must be vaccinated at least once, and school must also be ready to offline school learning by preparing the right health protocols.
From we arguments, so we agree for offline school learning during a pandemic if have been vaccinated, because the burden of pressure of students become greater when learning from home than direct learning from at school, and the impact felt by students is also a lot like loss of enthusiasm for learning, the number of underage marriage during the pandemic, loss of hope for dreams and ideals in the future, lack of socializing, and the worst thing is that many students experience stress to the point of dropping out of school. So I'm sure if teacher and student have been vaccinated and school have been prepared proper health protocols, COVID-19 virus is not a barrier for students who want to study in school.
I know for sure there are those who agree and disagree with our opinion. So, I'm sorry if some words offend you.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.